False prophet revealed. You won't believe this about Israel's Messiah. At this moment in time, there's a great deal of excitement in Israel, so much so, in fact, that prominent rabbis have gathered at the Western Wall, where they are surrounding a younger rabbi and lining up to kiss his hand while proclaiming him to be the Messiah. Who exactly is he? What's more, do we know for sure that he's the promised one? Orthodox Jews in Jerusalem have reportedly made a public proclamation that the Messiah has been revealed, sparking a frenzy of speculation among followers around the world. If these claims are true, then this person is just another false Messiah. But many others have gone even further and said that he is the Antichrist and that the time of tribulation has arrived. What do we know about this? There are now innumerable videos on YouTube relating to this topic, and the level of panic around it has reached a tipping point. However, this is a major misinterpretation that has sparked much controversy. The more the word spread, the more videos emerged. Instead of getting to the bottom of it and realizing these assertions are unfounded, people tend to accept them at full value. People believe the rumor without checking to see if it matched the biblical description of the Antichrist. Where did this rumor emerge? To set the record straight, the original source of this myth is a Canadian man named Punto Breslev, who runs a YouTube channel in which he openly rejects the Messiah Yeshua and advocates for a Hasidic Messiah as the greatest option. The man who released the video that set off the chaos said in it that the spread of the coronavirus will hasten the coming of the Messiah and lead to his coronation. He went on to detail the biblical figures who, in his opinion, most exemplify the messianic role, including King Hezekiah of Judah, 2 Kings 18, whom he called Yizkiyahu ben David, which means the force or strength of God, the son of David. After that, he started playing a video of what was happening at the same moment in the Western Wall in Jerusalem at the beginning of the counting of the Omer, as well as some other clips of what was happening in Jerusalem in regard to the celebrations that were taking place at the time. It's not out of the ordinary to see prominent rabbis kiss the hand of a superior and make a small bow while paying respects. But in these videos, one person takes center stage. Many people who were watching probably thought that when Yizkiyahu ben David was called the Messiah, he was referring to the guy the rabbis were honoring as the Messiah who had been revealed and crowned. People who made this assumption went on to create their own videos in which they explained what they felt the original video maker meant by his or her words. The evidence of the Messiah. A rabbi named Yaakov Zischholtz recently claimed on the religious radio station Radio 2000 that the late Rabbi Chaim Kanevsky had told him that before his death last year, he had been in direct contact with the Messiah about preparations to restore the Third Temple. When it came to the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community in Israel, Rabbi Kanevsky was widely regarded as one of the three most influential figures in the community. Since his opinion was highly respected within the Jewish community, his assertion that the Jewish Messiah has arrived at this time carried a tremendous deal of weight not only for Jews, but for the entirety of humanity, particularly in the light of the end-of-the-world era that we have recently entered. There was a mystery in New York City, so says Louis Keene in a June 2022 article, and for months billboards were erected all throughout the city, especially in Manhattan and Brooklyn, proclaiming the Messiah is here, under an image of Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson. There was no explanation on the Schneerson billboards about the origin or significance of the image or the phrase. Who is this Messiah? Despite what you may have seen in the film, the individual depicted is not Yizkiyahu ben David, but rather the well-known Rabbi Shlomo Yehuda Be'eri. Soon after, speculative videos began claiming he was the Antichrist, among other things. However, the reason prominent rabbis were treating him with such deference was not that they believed he is the Messiah, but because he is a genius who can recite the Torah and every other Jewish holy book from memory. Very impressive, especially at the age of 33. And is also a famed teacher who teaches around the world. A prominent rabbi had recently said, "You only see the likes of his neshama once per few generations." What is in the video? Yanuk's life is depicted in the video you're watching. During the Pesach holiday, many people flocked to the city walls to celebrate with the Yanukah, Rav Shlomo Yehuda Be'eri. Rav Shlomo Yehuda, who is only 33 years old, has already demonstrated extraordinary mastery of every area of Torah study. This has earned him the nickname Yanuka. He is extremely well read and has in-depth memorization of the Torah, Shas, the Zohar, and their commentaries, among many other works. During his shiurim, he provided precise page and paragraph references. Why he is not the Messiah. The words, "I see him, but not now. I sight him, but not close," which refer to the Messiah, appear in a number of Old Testament prophecies predicting his arrival. A ruler will emerge from the clan of Jacob, just as the scepter has risen from the tribe of Israel. There is currently no way to verify whether or not the self-proclaimed rabbi is actually a Jacobite. According to Jewish belief, the arrival of the Messiah will cause a catastrophic event that would shake the heavens and the earth. As a result of this, Israel will once again be a powerful nation like it was during King David's day. Aside from Israel, the nations of the world will look for the Messiah, here called the longing of all nations, as well. And at the moment, only a tiny fraction of the global population is familiar with the rabbi. His notoriety is low. God's Spirit will rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of God. Isaiah prophesied of the Messiah, Isaiah 11:2. The Messiah will surpass every other person in every way imaginable. Since there will be an abundance of everything good in the Messianic age, envy and rivalry will disappear. The prophetic words, "Nation shall not pick up sword against nation, nor will they practice war any more." Isaiah 2:4. In addition, the planet is currently in utter anarchy. All around us is the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, along with envy and hostility. The Messiah is tasked with a number of missions, some of which include 1. God would shower splendor upon this temple, the prophet says. The third temple is mentioned in the prophecy. He needs to restore the temple. During Jesus' lifetime, the temple still stood. 2. He has to get everyone on the planet to accept the Hebrew God. Thirdly, he is tasked with returning the Jews from exile. It is his responsibility to bring about global prosperity and contentment, which includes establishing international peace. None of these objectives have been met as of yet. As a result, we might conclude that he is not the Messiah the people expect. Biblical references to a false Messiah. The fact that many people are condemning this man because they believe the story to be real, Exodus 23:1, makes it look much worse than people are spreading a false tale and making a fool of themselves. Last but not least, the fact that people were willing to accept all of this as genuine without verifying it through the Bible explains why Yeshua predicted that many people, including the elect, would be deceived by those who came in his name claiming to be the Messiah. Matthew 24:4 and Matthew 24:24. You might think this isn't a big problem, but it is. It implies that before his ascension, Yeshua was alive and well, walking, talking, eating, fellowshipping with his disciples, and performing miracles. According to Matthew 7:15, false prophets may appear to you as gentle shepherds, but they are actually dangerous wolves in sheep's clothes. John 4:1. Beloved, don't put all your faith in anyone's claims, but rather examine the evidence to see if a spirit really is from God. Matthew 24:24. Because of this, charlatans, known as false Christs and false prophets, will appear and perform miraculous feats in an effort to deceive even the elect. This ends our video for today. What are your thoughts on this? Share with us and subscribe to the channel to see more videos.